Now, even when they close the file, isn't that always on your record? Like, let's say there was another complaint, or let's say there was an accident and your child fell off the swing and hurt himself, and you go to the hospital. You always have a record.
Yes.
Is there anything you can do to get that record changed?
No.
Or you're always guilty?
You're always guilty. It is very difficult to get your name cleared after the ministry has become involved in your life.
Even when the courts state you're not guilty?
Yes. Even when the courts state you're not guilty.
So this has to be changed then from a change in the laws?
Well, a lot of things have to be changed. The fact that the Ministry of Children and Families doesn't have to abide by the Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act like every other organization has to be changed. Because this is affecting... Laws were written to protect us. And for some reason, children who are far more important than the parents, when it comes to children, we throw all the laws out the window. Oh no, you don't have to abide by the Freedom of Information Protection and Privacy Act. Oh no, you don't have to abide by that law. Because we're talking about children here, you can just do whatever you want. It doesn't make any sense. If parents' rights aren't being utilized properly, then children's rights are being taken away as well. Because your children have the right to have a relationship with you. And they're not getting that because the ministry isn't following laws that were built to protect families as a unit, not just the children or just the parent.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, a lot that needs to be fixed as well. They can pretty much do whatever they want.
So they're creating victims out of the children.
Yes.
Creating more casualties instead of protecting them.
Yes. By ignoring particular laws, like by allowing hearsay evidence into family court is one of the most damaging aspects of family court, because the bond between parents and children is so important to their development, and that is being destroyed and broken based on other people's opinions and comments, whether there's truth to it or not. Social workers don't go out and investigate whether or not that allegation is true. They say they do, but if their investigation just consists of going over and asking an ex-spouse if it's really true that their wife is really that bad of a mother, that's not really an investigation.
No.
So when you do eventually get to court, Zabeth, I really hope that you keep in mind of course your children come first to you, but please don't forget about the other 9,995 children that are in foster care in British Columbia, and think of this global issue, and think of, try to make statements that reflect the fact that there is a need for huge change.
No, I would never wish this on anybody. The emotional pain, and not to mention physical and financial, but the emotional pain that a family endures and the way the children suffer with this, it's something that even if you don't have kids, it's something you need to be involved in to expose and support parents that are going through this, and try to advocate for families in government to correct these problems.
In fact, it is even more important if you don't have children or haven't been involved with the ministry to get involved, because people who've had their kids taken away, whether or not it was based on truth or allegations that were false, they don't have any credibility. We need upstanding citizens to basically rescue our children. We need regular, everyday people who've, even if you've had kids or not had kids, but people with credibility to stand beside us and recognize that there's a great injustice being done, and it's being done to the people that are going to be looking after us when we're old. So we better turn this around before it's too late.
Yeah, well, it's been too late for a lot of people already, and prayerfully that it's not going to be us. Our children will be returned, and we will succeed with this for their sakes. But
And honestly, our children not being returned to us is not the worst thing that could happen if you consider the statistics that children in foster care have to look forward to. 21% of the children who left foster care in the last 10 years actually killed themselves. So us parents who have to think about these statistics and have to wonder if our children are going to be one of those statistics, we're the only ones that are fighting for the rights of these children at this time anyways, because we're the only ones that realize that our children's rights are being trampled on.
yeah, and the organization that was supposed to protect them is doing just the opposite, and us parents are trying to protect them from that.
Well, we've said enough for today, Zabeth. I hope to support you in court, and I wish you good luck in court.
Yeah, I appreciate all your help too.
Thank you.
You've been a blessing to us. Thanks.